5 seconds to go. Start. It will be relevant to refer to the following observations of this court in the said case, para. Thus, the fact remains that no confessional statement of A1 causing the recovery of these jewels was proved under Section 27, Evidence Act. Para. It is thus clear that this court refused to rely on the recovery of jewels since no confessional statement of the accused was proved under Section 27 of the Evidence Act. Para. It will also be relevant to refer to the following observations of this court in the case of State of Karnataka versus David and another, para. This information which is otherwise admissible becomes inadmissible under Section 27 if the information did not come from a person in the custody of a police officer or did come from a person not in the custody of a police officer. The statement which is admissible under Section 27 is the one which is the information leading to discovery. Thus, what is admissible being the information, the same has to be proved and not the opinion formed on it by the police officer. In other words, the exact information given by the accused while in custody which led to recovery of the articles has to be proved. It is, therefore, necessary for the benefit of both the accused and the prosecution that information given should be recorded and proved, and if not so recorded, the exact information must be adduced through evidence. The basic idea embedded in Section 27 of the Evidence Act is the doctrine of confirmation by subsequent events. The doctrine is founded on the principle that if any fact is discovered as a search made on the strength of any information obtained from a prisoner, such a discovery is a guarantee that the information supplied by the prisoner is true. The information might be confessional or non-inculpatory in nature, but if it results in discovery of a fact, it becomes a reliable information. It is now well settled that recovery of an object is not discovery of a fact envisaged in the section. Decision of the Privy Council is the most quoted authority for supporting the interpretation that the fact discovered envisaged in the section embraces the place from which the object was produced, the knowledge of the accused as to it, but the information given must relate distinctly to that effect. Para. A 3 judges bench of this court recently in the case of Subramanya versus State of Karnataka, has observed thus, para. Keeping in mind the aforesaid evidence, we proceed to consider whether the prosecution has been able to prove and establish the discoveries in accordance with the law. Section 27 of the Evidence Act reads thus, para. How much of information received from accused may be proved, para. Provided that, when any fact is deposed to as discovered in consequence of information received from a person accused of any offense, in the custody of a police officer, so much of such information, whether it amounts to a confession or not, as relates distinctly to the fact thereby discovered, may be proved. Para. The first and the basic infirmity in the evidence of all the aforesaid prosecution witnesses is that none of them have deposed the exact statement said to have been made by the appellant herein, which ultimately led to the discovery of a fact relevant under Section 27 of the Evidence Act.